Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
You ain't never seen this man throw a video where he was running on the track. Ever! Never!
Are you going to be willing to wait for the winner of Triple G Canelo or either or?
It's nothing that I can do. It's not like it's in my control, but I'm going to continue to keep fighting. This is my job. I'm not going to wait around if they don't want to fight. Like I said before, this is a sport where the fans kind of speak, and their word means something. They're paying fans, and they keep the sport going. So I think at the end of the day, if I want to put myself in a position, it would have to come from the fans.
Danny, how would this fight prepare you for, like, in the future, Triple G and Canelo?
Well, this guy is sharp. He's young too. He's younger than me, right? Yeah. So this guy is fresh. He's strong. He looks my height. And
fearless too.
Looks fearless. I see it in his eyes. I don't see the same things I see in Aria's face, but that's exciting to me because I know that the fans are going to get their money's worth. I know it's not going to be it's all on JACOBS to look impressive, because when a guy is coming to fight, it's that much easier for it to be an exciting fight, opposed to a guy holding and it's just expected from one guy.
Small margin of error, though.
Yeah.
What's the transition like from Luis Arias that, he was talking a lot for the build of the fight, going to this fight, he's more professional, this opponent. What's your take on that? Does that motivate you less, motivate you more if a guy's talking a lot during the pre-hype?
I just think everything is working out perfectly. I think it was the right amount of motivation when he did it because I just came off a big fight, and I needed to get something to kind of get me up because people are expecting me to come and fight. Even though he's undefeated, he wasn't the top 10, so I had to get my mind prepped for that, and I think his trash talking kind of did it. But with this guy, I feel different. It feels different. It almost feels as if he's really a big threat, and I have to take him, accordingly, and I have to prep and train for this guy.
How did you see Billy Joe Saunders' last performance against David Lemieux? Were you impressed?
I won't say I was impressed. I expected him to do it, but he looked good, yeah.
In terms of, I don't know if you saw Sean Porter's, what he did, his confrontation with Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia. Is that something you might do if you can't get those fights?
No, never. I'm sorry. Sean Porter's my boy. I love him to death, but I can't do that. It's like, I have people to represent me. I don't need to put myself in a position to either make myself look bad or make it look controversial. I'm not a controversial type of guy. My hands are supposed to speak for me.
On behalf of AB Boxing News, I found very intriguing that, a lot of welterweights like Spence, Thurman, and Danny Garcia are willing to call middleweights like Canelo. They're willing to move up to 160, but yet they don't call names like yourself, Danny.
Because I'm a true middleweight.
Yeah.
Canelo is not a real middleweight. He's still growing into the weight. He needs to have some time, but these guys know who they can beat or if they have a chance against. But the power difference is night and day when it comes to me and Canelo. So that's why these little guys are able to call him out and not me.
If those names are presented to you in the future, are you willing to, let's say, Spence, Thurman?
Come on, man. No.
Okay.
It just doesn't make sense, man. If they was to come up and have a couple fights, but
what's gonna say if he knocks out a welterweight?
That's like I'm a bully, man. I'm not gonna be no bully.
Would you like to be a spectator for the Canelo Triple G rematch? Go out to Vegas if it's taking place in Vegas.
Well, it's right after my fight, so I'll be there. Yeah, I want to be in the fight. I want to be with the fans, and I want the people to see that I'm here and I'm live and I'm ready. Especially if I can get an impressive victory with this guy.
Reflecting back on the Triple G fight, which was a great fight in the Garden, you put on a great performance. Anything that, looking back on it, that you could have just changed a little bit? Because again, it was razor close, that fight.
Right. I'll probably put a little bit more pressure. Probably would have gone forward a little bit more. Once I realized that his power wasn't what everyone made it seem like, I probably should have not respected it a little bit more than I should. Going forward, probably something that I'll do differently.
And that's something you would leverage if you were to have a rematch?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Well, listen, I'm still growing. I'm in my man strip now. I just turned 31, so I'm only getting better. So we'll see what the future brings. But
and your new strength and conditioning with Chris Algieri, that also probably has to help with your strength, your stamina, your weight, all that stuff.
Of course, right? I cut out chicken too from my diet for like 7-8 weeks, and it's been helping me tremendously. Even stay in shape when I'm not training. So just having a good team is everything, and I thank Chris for always being on my side. I thank everybody, Andre Rozier, Victor Roundtree, being up with me and having my great trainer. Everybody just, the vibe is right.
Danny, now that you had time to reflect on your first experience with Matchroom Sports and Eddie Hearns, can you just tell us what you liked about that first fight with Matchroom Sports?
It probably was the most promotion I've ever got in my entire career on one particular card. It was awesome. I've seen my face on so many different ads and promotion, and I mean, this is what we live for. This is what fighters work hard for. You know, to be the superstar. You know, we do everything we can inside the ring, but outside it's not really up to us. So when you build yourself, when you clash with a good promoter who can bring your story to the world, that can build your brand, you know, through these different promotional things, and it's amazing. Yeah, I'm in a really good position. I know a lot of boxers right now are just like, you know, what's going on.
You're back in Brooklyn, April 28th. What's it feeling like coming back to the Barclays Center after probably a year, right?
Brooklyn in the house. It goes without saying, man. I'm a Brooklynite, born and raised.
MOP gonna be the walkout song? MOP? Any up?
Nah, I don't know what we're gonna do now. We might do some type of African dance with a band or something like that.
The band was good in the Pete Quillen fight when the band came out. That was dope.
I'll give it some thought, but we're gonna make Brooklyn. We're gonna break some noise in Brooklyn that night.
If you get the winner of Canelo Triple G, where would you like that fight to happen?
It probably would be in Vegas, if not Madison Square Garden, but you know me, I'm spoiled with Brooklyn, so if it could come to Brooklyn, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Dan, you might have mentioned this already, but did you deal with some disappointment with this fight because it wasn't Saunders, and were you disappointed that you couldn't line this fight up for right now?
At first I was, but I didn't let it sink in. I mean, I still know that this is a progress. I still know that I have a job to do, and you know, if I cry over spilled milk, I'm always going to be living in the past. So I got my mind right. I accepted who I was going to face. I studied him for a little bit, and I geared myself for it. You know, all this stuff is out of my control. It's the outside. Inside the ring is my domain.
What's
up, bro?
JACOBS. JACOBS, you was the first U.S. superstar to sign with Matchroom Sports. How does it feel like stars like Amir Khan have signed with Eddie Hearns as well? You're the leading force going into this movement.
I don't know. I feel like I am doing something right, though. I feel like everything is in place for me to stay active. Everything is in place for me to have very lucrative fights and take care of myself and my family. And the promotion, most importantly, is at an all-time high. So I think I'm in a really, really good position. The fact that these guys are kind of, you know, following the same steps is not surprising.
Can you break down the fight between Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz March 3rd?
Good fight. I don't know if Ortiz would be able to take Deontay's punches, but if he could, it would definitely be a good fight because he's a tough opponent. Yeah.
Who are some of the fighters that you like to watch these days? Or one or two guys?
Personally, now?
Yep.
That's a good question. I like tons of guys, man. One of my favorite, though.
He doesn't have to be a well-known guy. Maybe just someone.
No, I know it's not a well-known guy. But I forget his name off the top. But there's some exciting guys in boxing. Boxing's not dead by far.
What about Saddam? What he did against Cotto?
No, Saddam will always be my favorite.
Yeah.
He's definitely always going to be my favorite. That's my little brother. So I've always seen him and support him. I know he got a fight coming up too, so we're going to be training together. The champion, the former champion, the energy's going to be right. So shout out to my little bro Saddam.
Maybe Saddam should hook up with Chris too, because he's at 154 now.
We'll see what happens, man. I think the fact that he's working with my strength and conditioning training now, you've seen the difference.
Dave, right? Long Island?
Scooter, yeah.
Scooter, right? Yeah.
So you see how when he had his first loss to the last performance, night and day. So Saddam is not gradually, he's enormously getting better, and I'm happy for him.
Hey, Danny.
Thanks, guys.
With what Eddie has built.
You ain't never seen this man show a video where he was running on the track. Ever! Never.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
No other sight in the game could see the boxing voice.